Hey, Plexus family. My name is Becky Page, and today I want to talk to you about what might be the least popular, the least sexy or glamorous part of what we do, but also what perhaps is one of the most crucial trainings, in my opinion, for those of you who have continued to show up past year one of your Plexus business, and that is the topic of rebuilding. It's a topic that I had no clue about until about year three of my Plexus business, long after the bright lights of the growth and maintenance phase I had started with. It took me over an entire year to even diagnose what was wrong with my business, but indeed, I finally did realize that I'd entered a place where rebuilding was not only required, it was actually the remedy to everything that suddenly plagued me. See, entrepreneurship isn't a short sprint. It's actually a series of seasons. And rebuilding doesn't mean you failed. It usually means you were brave enough to build something once already. So let me set the tone because everyone here has either rebuilt, is rebuilding, or will rebuild. This is a guarantee. And the reason I can say this is because network marketing is ultimately a people business. It's a relationships business. And people and relationships aren't static. They're never the same day in, day out. They're constantly changing and evolving. The key to rebuilding isn't creating hype, it's just about staying. So, if in fact the word rebuild scares you, then let me take the fear out of this conversation because all you really got to do is stick around. And you've done the very hardest part there is. The rest is simply what comes next. So let's talk about what comes next. I want to give you 5 motivations to rebuild and tell you why rebuilding is worth it. First, it's worth it because you built before, and that proves you can build again. See, skill is not something you lose. You don't lose leadership. You do lose momentum sometimes, but momentum is rebuildable. We often see momentum as something that happens when that magic VIP or the elusive network marketing unicorn called the rock star shows up, but that's not actually what momentum is. Momentum is a series of behaviors practiced first by you over and over and over that you simply teach to someone else who will do them over and over alongside you. That's it. 2, you rebuild because rebuilding is often cleaner than the first build. The first build is messy, but rebuilding comes with discernment because you now know what drains you, what does work, who you are now. Think back on the things you used to do when you first started in your business. Would you do things exactly like that again, or would you tweak certain aspects? See, rebuilding is refinement, not punishment. It doesn't mean you screwed up. It happens to all of us, but it does allow you to rectify areas where you've learned and grown. 3, rebuild because your future team needs this version of you. See, the rebuilt leader leads with empathy. She doesn't shame others. She's been through too much to do that. She knows how to stay steady. And did you know that people don't follow perfection? They follow resilience. 4, rebuild because momentum returns faster than you think. I need to say this again. Momentum is not a magic formula that you find when certain people come along. You create momentum and you do it with new habits that you teach to others who begin to do those habits with you. See, rebuilding feels slow until it isn't. Consistently compounds quietly. And you don't need a miracle. You don't need a rock star. You just need motion and action. 5, rebuild because quitting costs more than rebuilding. Time's going to pass either way. Your influence matters, your income potential matters, but most importantly, your obedience matters. Rebuilding's hard, but regret is heavier. Which one would you rather spend time on? Okay, so now I want to give you 5 action items to commit to when you're rebuilding. This is what you actually need to do. First, shrink the goal. Rebuilders do not need rank pressure. They don't need comparison and they don't need some massive goal. They need today's assignment. You don't need to get in the weeds. Identify what the next right thing is. Don't rebuild the whole house. Lay one brick. What do you need to do today? 2, reconnect before you recruit. Rebuilding starts with customers, conversations, and credibility. So serve before you scale. Take note of who has continued to do their work, who's continued to order from you, who's shown up, who's been consistent, who hasn't heard from you in a while. 3, borrow belief. When your belief is low, you need to stay close to leaders, listen to calls, get in the room. This is one of the reasons we're doing this training series in December, because the belief that you can build this month alone could transform your business in January. You don't need confidence. You just need to stay connected. 4, do the boring things well. Like I said, rebuilding is unsexy. It's about being consistent, following up, and showing up even when things are quiet. Because you need to know this: diamonds are built on ordinary days done faithfully. And 5, let rebuilding make you better, not bitter. So watch your language, watch your heart, watch your posture. One of the greatest dangers, not only to my business, but to my soul, has been allowing bitterness and resentment to creep in. Repeat after me. Be about it. Don't talk about it. Let people go. Let them do whatever they're going to do, but commit to not allow giving Satan a foothold via your resentment. So if you're rebuilding, I want you to hear this. You are not behind. You are not disqualified and you aren't weak. What if this was what you needed all along to actually grow your confidence and teach you how to weather all the storms of entrepreneurship? You are in process, and process still produces diamonds. Thanks, you guys.